What's up, good people? It's your boy Timo with the dance moves.
And it's Tim, the popcorn player.
That right. And we thank you for tuning in to
Banana Juice.
So thankful that you're tuning in with your boys. That's right, we had a little break. Both of us work in the school system, so, you know, it is what it is. But we back. We back to give you that problematic entertainment that you so desperately need from the boys. So let's go ahead and get into these throwaways.
Oh, I love trash.
Suge Knight requested time out of prison to go to his mother's funeral, and he was denied. Yes, that's right. The jail system said, sorry, bro, you too dangerous. We ain't having you out there for no reason. We'll live stream that jump for you, but that's about it.
I just want to point something out. Suge Knight is the only person that I know that I have not seen anybody have T-shirts or go on camera saying "Free Suge." Like, that is the only person I know that they have not done that thing for, and it's okay.
Enough for OJ.
Okay, so my thing is, why would he even ask to be out for? I get that it's his mom's funeral.
Yeah, and
I
sometimes
get that,
they do grant those releases.
Yeah, but I mean, does he even need permission? Like, this is hip hop's boogeyman. Like, if you say his name 3 times, he gonna appear. So it's like somebody could have just gone to the nearest restroom and said his name 3 times, and he would have been at his mom's funeral. Like, I don't even know why he was even trying to be cordial and nice about it, saying, "Hey, can I get a release for this?" Like, really? Like, we don't even say your name on the block, bro. We afraid you're going to pop out your cell. Like, no. Got to keep the lid on that.
I mean, look.
This man in prison's Voldemort.
Well, look, from prison's Voldemort to, I guess, hip-hop's Black Sheep, Wale recently said in an interview with, look, I'm sorry, I don't know who he interviewed with. He interviewed with some people. Breakfast Club. He said it on the Breakfast Club, too. But it was in another interview. Whatever. Google it for yourself. But he said that he believes that his complexion is what has held him back in the rap game. Being a dark-skinned brother is the reason why his sales aren't what they need to be. And when Kendrick Lamar was reached for a comment, he was like, "What?"
It's like, I'm too busy being successful in the rap game to even acknowledge this.
Like, are you serious? Like, you're too black for rap? Like, that's what?
This man trying to make himself the Manute Bowl for rap.
Well, like, you realize how much of a clown you sound.
Have you ever thought maybe it's your content now? Like, maybe it's your current content that just makes you not good?
Maybe, but a lot of people just see him as a cornball. Like he's very Twitter loud, first of all, and then he in person. I've heard a lot of people say that they feel like Wale is corny. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I like some of his songs. I like a lot of his early mixtapes, you know. But I just think you're reaching on this, bruh. Because, you know, J. Cole did that verse about him in False Prophets. About, you know, because he was saying, like, I got this friend, like, who, like, basically talking about how he just doesn't see that he got fans and you don't need to be worrying about how popular you are, but just do what you do and do it for the people who you know love you.
Right. I mean, just do what you love. Don't do it for the fame or the fortune. Like, if that stuff comes along with it, then that's fine. But you too busy trying to worry about your fans is like,
You
your
really sound like
popularity.
Monique. Like that's what it sounds
just
like.
crazy.
You sound like Monique.
Like-
yo, this is complexion bias. Kendrick Lamar is at the top of the rap game right now.
Right.
You really think people care about your complexion when the #1 movie in America for so long was Black Panther?
Right.
At that point, you just start buying you like some vibranium necklaces and like change your name to T'Challa. See, the T and the C too close together for me. But forget that.
Or M'Baku.
Yeah.
One-
Oh yeah. Look, that's another thing. M'Baku is like one of the most. he was really the most famous character out of there. After that, like that's a lot of people's famous character, and he one of the darkest brothers in there. So I know that's acting and not rapping, but still, man, watch yourself. Speaking of Black Panthers, our former nation's hero, Barack Obama, is getting a school named after him in Richmond, Virginia. Yes, a local school in Richmond, Virginia is changing their name from a Confederate general's name to Barack Obama.
Oh, wow.
So big ups to him. You got a Netflix deal. Now you got a school named after you. Congrats. And it's not in the hood. So
Yes.
appreciate that.
Whatever you do, just prevent them from naming like a very high violent crime infested street in neighborhood. Like don't let them give you a street in a crime infested neighborhood. Just be like, nah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't even want it.
And for the parents who are naming your children Barack or Obama or anything like that, please do your best to make sure these children don't grow up to be trifling. Just for me, like don't ruin the man's name. That's all I'm saying. So those are your throwaways.
I love them because they're trash.
Okay, let's get into this main squeeze right now. Now, I know we've been gone for a couple of weeks, and so this whole Kim Jong-un and Trump meeting might be a little old news right now, but there's one thing that we here at Banana Juice just have to talk about. We don't care how late we are, but we have to talk about the fact that Kim Jong-un thought it was necessary to bring his own toilet to a meeting with President Trump.
He had some crap he had to let go.
I mean, apparently. But now they did offer an explanation for it. They said that the reason why is because he is extremely paranoid and he was afraid that some type of secret agents or something were going to shift through his feces and try and test it for any health conditions or anything like that. Bruh, by looking at you, I already know you got type 2 diabetes. So I don't need to shift through your defecation to figure that out. You probably got some form of hepatitis. I don't know. You look crazy.
I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody's that important to like shift through their feces to find out if they doing like what happened to just asking the person, like just being like, "Are you okay? You feeling all right?" Like,
I mean,
I ain't finna shift through your crap to find out if you sick or not. Like.
They would be using it as a weapon against him because, we know so little about South Korea.
Because of the smell?
Not South Korea, but North Korea.
It smell like doo-doo.
Not a physical weapon. The information would be a weapon that they would use against him. Like, oh, Kim Jong-il is sick, and so it'll show like some type of vulnerability for North Korea, and so people might attack him based off of that.
Doesn't he know, like, people can put, like, truth serum in his, like, drink or something like that? Like, they can...
Is truth serum real, or
I
are
don't
you
know,
just
but
talking
they can...
about stuff
They
that
can
you
like
see in movies?
they can like roofie the man and find out stuff like
Is
that.
they still trying to date rape Kim Jong Un?
I don't know. You know who our president is? I mean, dang.
No. The president wouldn't do that. That may look too much like Rosie O'Donnell for him to try and roofie him. That ain't gonna happen.
Well, why does he have that beef with Rosie? Because that's the one that got away. That's the one he can't get.
Look, I don't know. I guess Rosie O'Donnell said some stuff about him, but either way it goes.
It don't matter. Stormy Daniels said some stuff about him. I bet you he still try to pursue that.
No comment on the Stormy Daniels Trump thing. I mean, maybe he ain't trying to pursue that. He too busy trying to get Ivanka to dump that zero and get with a hero real quick.
I'm just tripping because Melania was like, okay, so this happened earlier today. I was at work and They were talking about how Melania was near the Mexican border or something like that, and then somebody responded, "She trying to get away."
Look, I mean,
And that's probably why he tried to build the wall, trying to keep Melania in.
look, I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him at all. But speaking of building a wall, not really, but it's just a job, and I need to transition to this. The White House, they announced earlier this week that they were going to have a job fair seeking the most competent conservatives.
That right there is just funny to me because number one, the White House is the last place you would think that would have a job fair.
Right?
Number two, the fact that you have to put competent in your qualifications.
Look, and who's gonna be judging the competency of these people?
My thing is
Trump
this:
gonna be sitting in on the interview.
McDonald's doesn't even put competent in their job description.
Like smiling faces.
Like the fact that you have to put competent in working for the White House has said something like tremendously about our country. Like why is that even something that you have to put in the job description? Like, yeah, so a part of your job description is you have to be competent. We can't hire any more stupid people.
But what job is looking for incompetent people?
I don't know.
Like everybody's looking for a competent worker, but they say the reason for this is because that there are a lot of top officials. This was my thing. It's a lot of top officials planning to exit. So if there are top officials planning to exit, why of all reasons? Why are you having a job fair?
I don't know.
A job fair for top officials.
The White House has released more people than the 2018 graduation of all the high school classes. It's ridiculous. It looks like they're just sending these folk out in the world. Like, all right, you got your experience. Leave.
I mean, but you ain't leaving that White House happy. Like, it's like, okay, we've ruined your life. Go out there.
No,
they're
leaving happier.
Yeah, they happier, but you got to think about now your reputation is ruined because you've had to stand up for some of the foolishness that's come through this.
And that's the craziest thing. Now, working for the White House is a black mark on your resume.
It really is.
Like, that's the craziest thing.
Like, yeah, I worked for the White House for a few months. Like, what months? Like, what year? Like, nah, bro. Like, I kind of feel sorry for Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I'm like, lady, you are never going to be able to find another job. Well, I take that back. Fox News will take her. Fox News will take her. Like,
but do you want to work for them? I mean,
she would. I think her dad her father has a show on there, or used to have a show on there.
I don't know.
I think it was like a late night talk show or something like that. He wasn't that funny, but
he was trying to be the president at one time.
He lost. This is as close to the White House as he'll ever get. His daughter working, backing up this dude's lies. But like the good king says, it is what it is.
Oh, snap, the McRib is back.
Oh, but the most important story coming out of the White House is President Trump directed the Defense Department to immediately begin the process of establishing a sixth military branch. And that sixth military branch will be the Space Force. Yes, he said that we have to. Why are you laughing? He said we have. Stop laughing.
I can't.
He said this is very serious. This is going to be the sixth branch of the military. Support our troops. He said that we have to protect ourselves in space. We have to show that we are going to be a strong force, not only on Earth but also in space.
This man has watched too much Independence Day. I just
look.
He probably thought Independence Day was a documentary. This is like, I don't know how we built the White House back so fast, but It's not happening on my watch.
I mean, I think that the real problem is he knows that in all the movies they come looking for signs of intelligence, and since he is now the mouthpiece of America, he's like, look,
They're gonna stay away from America.
no, it's gonna be like, hey, since they come and look for signs of intelligence, and when they don't find it, they destroy it. What we've been putting out here lately ain't looking good for you, boy. Ain't looking good for planet Earth.
Every time I hear Space Force, I honestly go to like a boy band mentality. Like, so
Really?
Donald
boy
Trump,
band?
like Donald Trump is on his P. Diddy mode. He's like, I'm looking to make the band Space Force 5. You know, we're looking for Justin Timberlake's, NSYNC type characters, Backstreet Boys, whoever, come try out. That's why we're having these. That's why we're having these job fairs out on the White House lawn. Come try out.
Your Trump sounds a lot like Nixon.
They both were crooks. So.
Good point.
But that's just crazy to me, though. Like, the people around him, how do you take him seriously? Like, I want to start a Space Force. Like, are you 8? Like, what? Like somebody put Donald Trump in timeout for real,
Right.
because this man is just spitting his childhood dreams out, and y'all are supporting it. Like, and the thing I want to see is I want to see the people who are actually trying to join the Space Force, because like
Bugs Bunny, Lola,
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
He
the
defeated
Monstars are coming.
he defeated the aliens in a friendly game of basketball.
We gotta get the goat. But now they arguing in the White House. Do we get Michael Jordan? Do we get LeBron?
Do we get Kobe?
Do we get Kobe? You're like, dog.
Like, no. Let's get Steph Curry. He's shooting threes from out of this world.
Jesus is on his side.
Oh my goodness.
One cheated on his wife. No, 2 cheated on their wives. But one got a rape charge. And then the other one, hairline is deteriorating right before our eyes. He got that Thanos look. His hairline doing that Thanos snatched his fingers. That made whole hairline disappear. Had been going further and further back. LeBron 2018-2020 season gonna be wearing a yarmulke. Just like, look, this is where it is right now.
They done peeled the man muffin cap back blue.
That's what it means. I get it.
The man had a gypsy come to his hairline and say, thinner.
Stop. Man, but see, like this.
Back off, LeBron.
Shout out to the 4 people who just got that reference. The 4 people who just got that reference. Back off, LeBron.
No. Okay. I gotta stop. Let's get back to the subject at hand.
Right.
This Space Force.
This is ridiculous. I don't really understand how anybody can defend this idea of a Space Force, which is probably why, like, you see a lot of I don't think Fox News has even spoken about it for real. And like, I would get it if he was pushing it as trying to be the first country to establish like some type of like shelter. I guess that's not the word I want to use, but it's the word I'm going to use. Shelter or civilization.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, how they been talking about, like, possibly moving people to Mars and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like relocation. I
would
that.
see if that's what he was talking about, because we've had a whole space race and all that stuff. The first people to get in space, first people to the moon. We've had that. And so it would not be foreign if that's what he was talking about and that was his thing. I gotcha. I'm cool on that. Good. But to be talking about like an army to fight in space, like Starship Troopers type thing, like Big Bad Beetleborgs type thing, like all like that,
like
to me,
Power
that's
Rangers
crazy.
in space.
And look, I'm just gonna say I might not be mad for the same reasons other people are mad, because other people's like, this makes us look stupid, this makes us look dumb, this makes us whatever.
He is looking to be the first president to start his own Avengers group. He saw Infinity War and he was like, "Not today, Thanos, not today."
But my thing is, I want my flying car.
Right.
I want my flying car. You are ready to build guns that can shoot in space in zero gravity. You are ready to do that. I mean, because surely you've thought of that. Surely you've thought of the fact that our bullets, if we shoot them, they're just gonna be floating around. It's gonna be like in the Matrix when they shoot the bullets and they're slow. It's gonna be like that. Actually, they won't. They'll just be going left, right, up. But I want my flying car. We were promised in the year 2000, in all these movies when we were young, we would have flying cars. Homeboys in Outer Space came out in the early 90s. They were driving a Humpty with the roof down in space.
Yeah.
I want that promise.
I mean, we deserve something. Like the Jetsons said we were gonna have it. It's been so many futuristic movies that have said that we would have flying cars. I have yet to see one flying car.
Yet to see it. And y'all keep putting these movies with these flying cars, pushing that jump back. The most recent one I saw was 2022, and I'm like, bruh, that's a few years from now.
Right.
Oh, remember when the Fantastic Four movie came out?
Yeah, they
and they were
had
like, we got a flying car, and then that just hovered like the size of a roach's testicle.
I don't even see hovering cars though. I don't see like y'all have all these hovercrafts that y'all build.
These hover rounds. Now I'm free to see.
No one is driving them in public. I don't see this happening. I don't see people driving around in jetpacks. I don't see all this stuff. Y'all lied to us in our childhood, and I'm mad about it. Donald Trump, if you want a good approval rating from me, get that stuff done. And I promise you, I would like you a little bit.
Look, you couldn't even say a little bit more.
A little bit.
Because to say more would mean you like him
right.
a little. I like you a little bit more. A little bit more.
I like you a little bit. If you just produce a flying car, now that's not saying you gonna give free health care to everybody. That's not saying you bring in more jobs to America. I just want a flying car.
That's all. Just a flying car.
That's it.
Just a flying car.
Give us a flying car, and I will say, sorry, don't. Yeah, he accomplished something.
Look, I slick forgot what we were talking about now. So that was the main squeeze. Tim, won't you tell the people who has the juice this week?
All right. So, who has the juice this week? We are going to talk about this man that traveled 50 states, mowing lawns and helping out elderly women. He just says his mission in life is to mow lawns for free.
What?
Yeah. His name is Rodney Smith Jr., and they called him the Pied Piper of lawnmowers.
That's a horrible name.
It is.
That's a horrible name.
We got to get you a new name, but we're trying to give you some shine over here, brother. But this guy is 28 years old, and he is mowing lawns in all 50 states free of charge. I don't know how he's getting around to all 50 states to mow these lawns for free. Like, I don't know who's paying for your gas, but that right there is really cool. And this was something that he thought of back in 2016. So he saw a elderly man struggling to mow his lawn in Huntsville, Alabama, and he pulled over and helped this guy out. And that's how it started out. So I feel like that right there, like, that's some really positive stuff. Like, hey, that hats off to you, especially in some of these states where the weather is hotter than the devil's underwear. Like, I don't get how you could just stand out there and do it, but you dedicated to making the world a better place and showing some positivity in a world that has a lot of negativity in it. So, Rodney Smith Jr.
You got the juice now, man.
And now, what you've been waiting for 2 long weeks, your problematic top 5. Oh! So this week, we've decided, since Trump is starting a new space force, he is going to need a captain. So we have the top 5 applications for Donald Trump's new space force. Let's get it.
Number 5, we got Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, Captain Jack Sparrow, he has led the Black Pearl to victory, and, well, no, he hasn't. He has not. So I guess that would be why he would get rejected by Donald Trump. His own crew led a mutiny against him.
True.
And he's lost his ship I don't know how many times. So I don't know. Death always follows this man around. So you do not want him to be a captain in your Space Force. I'm sorry, Captain Jack Sparrow, you gotta go. Sorry.
Rejected. Number 4, Captain Ahab. That's right, for you non-literary people. Captain Ahab is the man from Moby Dick, where he was chasing. Wait, Moby Dick was the whale?
Yeah, Moby Dick was the sperm whale.
I said non-literary people. I ain't never read the book either. I just realized that Moby Dick was the name of the whale. And it's a sperm whale.
Well, because you got a captain chasing a sperm whale.
Who has a very unfortunate name. Look, you ain't gonna be chasing Moby nothing around here. Looking for this sperm? No, sir. Don't ask, don't tell. Not in my military. Not in our Space Force.
Rejected. Number 3.
I just don't realize that.
Aren't you an English teacher?
I am. Look, I knew that the whale's name was Moby Dick, but then I don't think I knew that it was a sperm whale. And putting them together, I was like, wait a minute. What?
The innuendos in English literature, you guys. Anyway, we gotta get to number 3, which is Captain Planet. Now, hey, you think about Captain Planet, make America great again, fighting pollution, Captain Planet, he's a hero, But then you think of all the people that are meant to summon Captain Planet. And we already trying to build the wall and get immigrants out, according to Donald Trump. So, I'm sorry, especially when you give one of the immigrants that Trump is trying to get rid of the thing apart.
No, let's talk about how trash that power was, though. Everybody got the elements. He's like, earth, wind, water, fire, heart. Come on, guys. And we all just get along. No!
So, For that reason, that's why Trump is not going to hire Captain Planet. Application rejected.
Rejected. Number 2. Oh, very close second. Zordon. Yes, Zordon. He likes his style. He's able to lead these people. He likes the fact that he profiles, put the black one in the black suit, put the yellow one in the yellow suit. You know, have one girl, make her wear pink. You know, the leader is white, a strong white male. You know, like all that. He liked it, but no hands. Trump doesn't trust anybody who can't grope. Nope. So if you're a male with no hands, he's not gonna want you. He's not gonna want you leading anybody. You gotta be able to grope. Sorry, Zordon. And you know what? Even Rita kind of looked like Rosie O'Donnell. Rita Repulsa looked like Rosie O'Donnell. So they share a common enemy. But still, man, if you can't lay hands on the ladies, Donald Trump don't want you around if he don't trust you. Sorry, man. Rejected.
And number 1, Captain D's.
Captain D's nuts!
And that was your problematic top 5.
We want to thank you all for rocking with us here on
Banana Juice.
Until next time, it's your boy Timo with the dance moves.
And it's Tim, the popcorn player.
Banana Juice
Out.